Gary and Jen's separation still in effect, but the couple and their daughter Sandra having convened for a second flight to Chicago's O'Hare International Airdrome, returning to the Illinois Great Lakes Training Center. Navy son Rob announcing the nuptials ceremony with the love of his life, on May 24. Opal Marie Ray, also in the naval service of the country. The travelers arriving at Wichita's Mid-Continent Airport, boarding the 737. Gary as usual enjoying the flight, and the panoramic view of Chicago before touching down in the country's busiest airport. An airliner landing every 45 seconds. Gary procuring the car rental transportation, traveling the tri-state tollways north before the eastward journey towards Lake Michigan and the Navy Reception Hostel just outside the entrance gates of Great Lakes RDC. Checking in, Jen and Sandra having joint provision, Gary remaining solitary, Robert's Navy friends conjugating down the hall to commemorate his last night of bachelorhood. Jen and Sandra spending time with Opal, the newest and future member of the Willson hierarchy. An early morning breakfast, the anticipation building for the Illinois Beach State Park, Lake Michigan ceremony. Gary and the family adhering to Robert's direction to the park. Arriving early, but soon finding a host of activity. Robert's grandparents, Bud and Helen Murrow from Kiowa, having journeyed to Jen's Uncle Mel and Aunt Leona Wayneth farm in Metamora, a small Illinois farming community just outside of Peoria, an hour-and-a-half drive to the wedding location. Gary a very much admirer of Mel, a World War II veteran like his father, Mel serving in the European theater, an artilleryman in Patton's 3rd Army Division, and like his father and many other World War II veterans, very reluctant to convey their experiences. Also in attendance for the naval chaplain officiated ceremony was Jeremy Berzer, Robert's closest friend from Harper, Kansas and the wedding's best man. Surprising and unexpected, was Jen's sister Gail from Overland Park, Kansas, flying from Kansas City, and without a doubt, adding to the fray, was the continuity of his Navy compatriots. Gary was impressed with the wedding ceremony service being dictated on the shores of Lake Michigan, the setting displaying a welding of nature's life, not inhibited by the confines of a chapel, but in the open-air macrocosm of God's natural wonderment. The bride and groom, both components of the United States Navy, Opal Marie Ray and Robert Gerald Willson, accepting the matrimonial vows of a lifelong commitment. The chaplain endowing the two before God and mankind as man and wife. Gary a front row witness to the ceremony, affording a tear-felt emotion, recalling a heartfelt time in Wichita Falls, Texas, 20 years earlier, a dream fulfilled. But as in John Milton's epic Paradise Lost, the intervention evolved an acceptance that was bequeathed him. The congregation returning from the beach, a festival atmosphere evolving, with the family members and friends looking on, the four-tiered wedding cake adorning the table, a suitable token for the occasion. The bride and groom lifting a glass, a toast to the event and each other, Rob and Opal beginning the start of their voyage, in the sea of matrimonial life. The Illinois Beach celebratory event completed. Instead of walking directly to the car, he ventured to the lakefront, touching the water before leaving, and when asked why, not desiring to assert his action as a memory keepsake of the meaningful event, his reply not exactly veracious, because it was there. Returning to their hotel abode, the evening commemorations beginning, Robert and Opal hosting the presentations of the matrimonial gifts. The morning finding Gary, Jan, and Sandra, readying for a return to O'Hare, but accompanied with an added person. Jen's sister Gail having flown into Chicago's Midway International, requesting a ride for her return flight to Kansas City. Gary more than happy to oblige her, appreciative that she had come. recognizing that her wedding appearance was meaningful to Rob. At O'Hare, the three boarding their Boeing 737 for Wichita, Gary of course partaking of a Chicago dog before leaving, looking forward to air travel experience home. Reflecting on Robert's marriage, noting in his mind the difficulties that were in store for the newlywed couple, with both abiding in the Navy, and the possible liabilities of different duty stations. But knowing one thing: indubitable love, if given, can conquer all obstacles.